Now, where has your confidence gone? What happened to that confident person that you used to be? And is it possible for you to gain that confidence back? Well, I'm here to tell you that yes, it is possible and you will get this confidence back, but your confidence is going to look differently. At one time, your confidence was in the world, but now going forward, your confidence will be despite this world. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Now, before we get into this message, I want to let you know that I'm taking one-on-one appointments. Down in the description box, you'll find access to my calendar where you can schedule some one-on-one time with me. Head on down there right after this message. Now, before we get into talking about your confidence and where it has gone because of narcissistic abuse, we first need to understand the healing journey, the beginning stages of the healing process coming out of a toxic relationship. You see, just now, when you get out of a toxic relationship, are you finally getting hit upside your head with all the nastiness that is narcissistic abuse? You see, when you were in the toxic relationship, you were in constant fight or flight. You lost yourself. You were blind to what was going on, and you were in a constant state of numbness as you were being attacked, criticized, ridiculed, mocked, demeaned, and devalued. But once you get out of that relationship, all of that was shut off in the toxicity is now coming to you. It's coming out. It's all bubbling to the surface like a hot stove pot of water, right? And you are steaming. All of a sudden, you're reminiscing about the words, the negativity, and all the things they said were jokes, which really weren't jokes. All the insults, everything comes back to you. And you're recalling it, and you're remembering it, and now you're face to face with the reality that you are dealing with somebody who did not like you. Of course, narcissistic people don't like you. They don't even like themselves, which is a harsh truth. It's a harsh reality of the world that we live in, something that you prior to that didn't really think about, but you're faced with it now. You're also faced with the somewhat bit of guilt and shame over the fact that you went over and beyond. You did everything you possibly could to make that relationship work. You gave 150%, lowering yourself, taking on abuse, giving in, submitting, on and on and on. And so here you are, finally processing the reality of what you just experienced, the evilness of it, the nastiness of it. Your world is upside down. And now this is closely related to your confidence. And I'll tell you why. Because at one time, your confidence, and confidence is a very funny thing, by the way, your confidence was in the world. In other words, your confidence was based on how the world responded to you. I want you to imagine with me being a child again, right? A child doesn't have self-confidence. A child doesn't know enough about themselves to have self-confidence. So if a child goes out and performs, does gymnastics, dance, singing, and they feel and they look so confident, they're really not. They're doing it, and then they look to their parents. And you see the parents, oh, that's my baby! Oh, so cute! Oh, you're so cute, you're the best, yes you are. That is where they get the confidence. It's projected onto them. You got that? And the truth of the matter is that we spend our adolescent life looking for that. Our confidence is based on that. No matter where you're at, junior high, high school, whatever you're into, football, baseball, you can hit the home runs, you can make the tackle, but guess what? You're looking up in the stands to see who noticed me. Who noticed it? You see that? You see that? You see, this is all world-based confidence, affirmation. We gain confidence through affirmation, through applause. All right? And now watch this. It's important to understand this because as you're healing from narcissistic abuse, from all the trauma and the drama that you experienced, you realize that you received no affirmation whatsoever. So you have gained zero investment into your confidence, and it has shattered. So for those of you right now who feel like you have no confidence, it's because the confidence as you knew it has been shattered. The confidence that's built on affirmation, the confidence that's built on applause, the confidence that's built on people telling you you're good looking, you're loving, you're charming, you're amazing, you're this, you're that, that is gone because of the toxicity of the narcissistic abuse that not only destroyed you, but shattered that confidence, cut off the supply. How many of you have heard of the term collapsing narcissist? Basically, when they run out of supply, they collapse, and many of them get suicidal and this and that. And it's real. Well, listen, there's also a collapsing empath, right? There are collapsing neurotypical people, and this collapse is a result of the source of our confidence, which came from the world, being shut off. And that's what happened. And so ultimately, what this tells you is where you found your confidence. That's the whole point. The whole point of my whole jibber jabber right there is to tell you where your source of confidence even came from. If you feel like your confidence is lost, it's because your source of confidence was being piped to you through hoses from the outside world. The narcissist shut it off. Not only did they shut it off, but they stuck in that hose a rig full of mud and poison and mix that in with a little bit of water that they gave you, and you've been drinking on that for your confidence. That is why your confidence is shattered. It's broken, which is not a bad thing, because that model of confidence needs to go, because the world does not like you. The world is not our home. We are sojourners. We are temporary visitors wandering through this land. We maybe have 80, 90, some people still have 100 years, and that's it. I believe in the Bible, God said that I will give you at max 120 years. That's all we get. We're visitors here. So it's pointless to find our confidence in this world when it's so temporary. So now, we're going to get to where you're going to find new confidence. This is where narcissistic abuse, in a way, by shattering that old model of confidence, is a good thing for you. It's going to work in your favor, because narcissists are going to continue living, by the way, needing outside validation, which is why they jump from relationship to relationship to relationship, constantly trying to keep that confidence. You, on the other hand, now, you're going to spend alone time. You're pushing the world away. You're understanding that there's something wrong with family members, friends, people who call themselves friends, the school system, the economic system, there's something wrong with all of it. You're withdrawing. You're kind of going into your cocoon. Why? Well, because you realize that it's not a reliable source drawing your confidence from outside of yourself. It makes no sense anymore to be confident in any of that stuff when at any time they can just simply turn it off or poison you. So, you're now learning you got to dig your own well in life. You've got to dig your own well to bring up your own confidence. This looks like you reaching in, finding your authentic self with your boundaries, who you are, your creativeness, everything that is you, what you like, what you don't like, coming to terms. And this is what you're wrestling with. And it can feel lonely because you're no longer getting validation from outside. So you feel like you don't have confidence. This is where you got to reach in. You got to get creative with your life, and you've got to start to dig that well from within yourself and start to bring up your confidence in your own buckets by yourself. And guess what? When you dig your own well of confidence that comes from within you, nobody can take that. Nobody can shut it off because it's yours. You dug it. You're the only one with the bucket, and you can lift it up. And now watch this. Not only are you digging your own well, bringing up water, but other people are going to notice that you're digging a well. And people will come into your life to help you out in digging your well. Right? Listen, the royal we was born not from validation I received from others. I was in a place of dark pain and aloneness, rejected by family, by narcissism, by the toxicity. And I just started talking out of authenticity, and the royal we started by digging my own well. And it looks way different. I don't go with all the social circles and the friends that I once did. That model of confidence has been broken, and it's still broken. I'm telling you this to let you know that don't think that your confidence is going to look the same. When you don't need confidence from the outside, you tend to not be outside that much anymore. Why? Because my confidence is inside. It's focused on what I'm doing. But nonetheless, it's attractive to others, so I'm never alone. This is an important concept for you to understand. Your confidence is going to look different. You no longer are going to need the outside validation to feed you your confidence. You're going to dig your own well and bring up your confidence from within. Listen, I want to be a part of your healing journey to help you understand this concept even further. Down below in the description box, you'll find access to my calendar where you can schedule one-on-one time with me for a FaceTime or a WhatsApp video call, a telephone call, or a text message consultation. You can find all that in the description box down below. So head on down there right now. Also, while you're down there, you'll find access to Royal We Live Chat every Monday night and Royal We Fellowship, which is every Saturday morning. Join us. I would love to have you there. You'll find the links to those down below. Follow me on Instagram at Join the Royal We, and I'll be back with more videos for you right here on the Royal We.